If you've just been told that you tore your meniscus and you're scared that you might need surgery, you need to hear this first. My name's Alex Trabley. I'm a rehab-based chiropractor, and I work with lifters and combat athletes on training without hip, knee, or shoulder pain. The truth is, meniscus tears are incredibly common. I see two different types: slow onset, degenerative, wear and tear type meniscus tears that we see in lifters and aging populations. The more common that I tend to see in my office is with my MMA and jiu-jitsu guys, and that is the traumatic tears, right? We twist our knee weird, it pops weird from rolling, or you get heel hooked. Anything like that that causes a sudden pop or click, and now you have knee pain, lots of knee swelling, and you're kind of freaked out. The first thing I tell a lot of my fighters is we cannot freak out because the knee hurts and it swells. The knee swells a lot more than things in our elbows or our shoulders. Kind of just have to let it play out for a couple days, let it run its course, and then once it calms down, we can get a really good assessment of what's going on at the knee. Now, regardless if there's an actual tear or not, the rehab tends to not look much different. And we know that meniscus tears are incredibly common in asymptomatic populations, meaning people walk around every single day with meniscus tears and never know it. Meniscus tears are not always a surgical problem. In fact, many papers show that conservative care with rehab outperforms or does just as good as surgical intervention in the long term. Now, this does not mean that some cases are not candidates for surgery. And that's why most orthopedic surgeons or medical doctors are going to require you to go through a period of conservative care before you even consider surgery. That being said, that's not the case every time. And I have had many patients over the years cancel meniscus surgeries that they were planning on getting. So that's why I always tell my patients, it does not matter what we see on an MRI. What matters is how well we're functioning and how well we're moving. So if you're here, you're probably wondering, what the hell do I do? All right, I tore my knee. This hurts, it's swollen, I can't move that well. What should I do? The first thing we need to do is just calm it down, right? This is activity modification, avoiding aggravating movements. Don't get heel hooked by your partner at jiu-jitsu. As the knee calms down, our first goal is restoring range of motion. This means getting full extension, meaning locking the knee out, and full flexion, right? Bringing the heel to the butt, to the hamstring. Once we've calmed it down and we've gotten a decent amount of range of motion back, ideally full range of motion, then we start loading it. Then we start looking at single leg movements, stability movements, isometrics, strengthening, all the way down to plyometrics at the end of the rehab. This has to be a systematic process. We have to be progressively loading it over the course of weeks and months. The biggest mistake that I see is that we start to calm it down and athletes go right back to training at 100%. They re-aggravate it, and we kind of have to start the process all over again. We can't be looking at recovery as rehab back to full training. It has to be a spectrum where we go from one and slowly blend it back into the other. This is why just doing super basic terminal knee extension exercises and tib raises or whatever you've been told to do is not going to get you back 100%. It might start to calm it down. It might be a good foot in the door, but it's not what's going to get us back to hard training, pivoting, exploding off that leg. That is going to take a long, progressive process. So if you've been told that you have a meniscus tear, don't freak out. Get with a good clinician. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll put a link below if you want to talk about it. Get on a good rehab plan, restore the movement in the knee, build the strength back up, and slowly get yourself back into normal training. If you're a combat athlete or you lift and you're looking to stay pain-free or improve your mobility, subscribe to this channel here where I'm going to break stuff down like this every single week.